like she always does instead of really
Oh,
facing.
so hold on. So she stormed off.
And I said, run like you always do.
Well, she don't hear something like she gone.
And you know of all people how I roll for her, even telling you how wrong you. And did you get everything in the divorce? I gave you a melody there.
What? The cheese cutter?
Yeah.
You my girl, so it's definitely coming with me. Like, what? Actually, she said, you take this. This is from your friends.
Nah, you lying.
Oh, she said that. She said, you take this. This is from your friends.
Wow.
Just when you thought reality TV couldn't get any messier, the plot twists itself into something you never saw coming. She's the woman who spent years in the shadows, believing she was the real prize. But what she didn't realize was that she was just another piece in someone else's sick game, a pawn waiting to be sacrificed the moment the king got bored. And now, everything is falling apart in the most public way imaginable. Fans who once felt sorry for her are now grabbing their popcorn. Courtrooms are turning into theaters, and social media is serving the hottest tea of the season. The woman who thought she had won is now learning the hardest lesson of all. Karma doesn't knock, it kicks the door down. To understand why people are celebrating her downfall right now, you have to go back to the beginning, before the leaked videos, before the court dates, before the world knew her face. This woman made a choice that would define her future, a choice to love a man who was never fully hers to begin with. When you first heard about her, she was introduced as the other woman, the mistress, the side chick who finally got the ring. At least that's what she wanted everyone to believe, but the reality of this love story was much darker. She met him while he was still married to one of the most powerful women in reality television, a woman who had stood by him for over a decade, a woman who had built an empire with him, raised 4 beautiful children with him, and smiled for the cameras while her heart was slowly breaking behind the scenes. But she didn't care about the wife. She didn't care about the children caught in the crossfire. All she saw was the man, the charisma, the magnetic pull that had so many women wrapped around his finger. And so, for years, she waited in the darkness. She accepted his excuses. She believed his lies. Every single time he whispered that he was leaving his wife for her, she held on to that promise like it was oxygen. But each holiday, each birthday, each anniversary, he was home with his family, and she was alone, just waiting.
Interesting, because she said you're friends with my ops, Martell and Tisha, and you and Martell talk on the phone every day. I said, good and damn well I don't talk to Martell every day.
Right.
She was like, well, I just feel like you should have cut him off. I said, so should I ask all the friends that I have that are mutual?
See, she is something else. She's trying to turn everybody against me. Like, if y'all want to listen
but
to...
But that's so high school. I mean, because I can't ask you to not be friends with people from my situation.
It's not even right, though. I've been knowing that for how many years?
It don't make sense. And don't talk to anybody that I ever dealt with. It's impossible, and it's unfair to ask.
This went on for 5 long years. 5 years of being hidden away like a dirty secret. 5 years of watching the woman she was helping to destroy walk red carpets and hold her head high. 5 years of smiling in public while her insides rotted with jealousy and insecurity. Then came the breaking point. She got pregnant. And suddenly, the affair that had been simmering in the shadows was dragged into the blinding light of day. The marriage collapsed. The wife filed for divorce in 2020, finalizing it the following year, leaving behind the shattered pieces of what was once a picture-perfect family. The public was shocked. The fans were outraged. But her? She was thrilled, because in her mind, the obstacle had been removed. The wife was out, and she was finally going to step into her rightful place. But here's the twist that nobody prepared her for. Once the hunt was over, once the chase ended and the wife was gone, the man she had fought so hard to keep suddenly started to change. What nobody expected was how ugly things would get once the cameras stopped rolling for a second. Instead of building a future with her, he started slipping back into his old habits. The side chick who had helped him cheat on his wife should have known that if he'll do it with you, he'll definitely do it to you. But love has a way of making us deaf to that warning. The relationship became toxic. The man she had sacrificed her reputation for now treated her with contempt. She wasn't a partner anymore. She was just a placeholder, a comfortable pair of arms to fall back on when his other pursuits left him lonely.
What Melody's problem is, she really needs to stop trying to turn everybody against me. Destin has been my friend way longer than she's been Melody's friend. And I'm not sure if they even have a real relationship. So my thing is, Melody needs to figure things out. We're divorced, and she needs to just move on with her life and stop trying to ruin mine.
Things escalated quickly when the legal drama with his ex-wife reached a boiling point. Court documents revealed that this man, the one she had fought so hard for, had been arrested and charged with domestic violence and harassing communications. But it wasn't just a simple argument. The details that came out in that courtroom were absolutely chilling. According to the filings, he had sent his ex-wife a threatening screenshot, an intimate image from a video they had recorded while they were still married. The message was clear: "Stop talking about me on social media or I'll release this to the public." But it gets worse. Leaked audio later confirmed that he had actually asked this woman, the mistress, to leak the video herself. He wanted her to be the one who hit send. He wanted her hands dirty so his could stay clean. He wanted to make it look like the ex-wife was cheating so that he could control the narrative and distract from his own destruction.
Decided to pop in on my longtime friend Martell because he knows Melody best. So navigating this crazy time that we're in, maybe he can give me some positive insight.
Imagine finding out that the man you love asked you to publicly humiliate another woman. Imagine realizing that you are nothing more than a tool in his psychological warfare. This is the moment the internet turned on her for good. Instead of running for the hills, instead of taking her child and disappearing from this circus, she stayed. Not only did she stay, she went along with the plan. Fans were disgusted. How could any woman, especially a mother, participate in such vile behavior? But she didn't just stop at the video leak. She became his attack dog. She appeared on YouTube channels and podcasts trying to spin the story in his favor. She dragged the ex-wife's name through the mud. She called her names. She taunted her about losing her husband. And all the while, the ex-wife kept her composure. She didn't stoop, she didn't scream, she just gathered her receipts. And then the courts finally stepped in. In May 2024, Martell Holt was officially convicted of domestic violence and harassing communications against Melody Shari. The judge sentenced him to 30 days in jail, suspended, placed him on 12 months of supervised probation, and issued a no-contact order. He was also ordered to pay a $500 fine and complete domestic violence intervention programs. He tried to appeal the conviction, claiming it was all a misunderstanding, but in September 2025, his appeal fell flat. The conviction was upheld. Karma had finally arrived at his doorstep. But what about her? Where was the justice for the woman who destroyed a home, only to find herself homeless in the end? The emotional weight of this scandal can't be measured in court fees or jail time. For the ex-wife, the damage was catastrophic. Imagine having your private moments weaponized against you. Imagine having an intimate video you made with the person you trusted most turned into a tool of blackmail. Melody Shari didn't just lose a marriage, she lost her peace. She had to hire security for herself and her children because the threats became so severe that she feared for their safety. She had to watch her 4 kids navigate the pain of a broken home, knowing that their father had chosen another woman over their family. And it didn't stop there. The custody battle that followed was brutal. Martell, emboldened by his mistress, actually asked the court for sole custody of his children. He tried to paint Melody as an unstable, absent mother who had too many babysitters and couldn't handle the responsibility. But the court filings told a different story. Melody's attorneys alleged that Martell was using corporal punishment on the children. In one of the most shocking revelations, the documents claimed he had choked and punched their son, in addition to hitting all of the kids. Here was a woman who had given this man everything: her youth, her body, her career, her dignity. And in return, she got a man who hit their son, threatened to release porn of her, and begged another woman to do his dirty work for him. The betrayal wasn't just physical, it was spiritual, it was psychological. It was a pain that made her question every single decision she had ever made. Now, let's talk about her, the girlfriend, because if you think she is living happily ever after, think again. Social media is ruthless, and right now, the comment section is absolutely eating her alive. On platforms like Lipstick Alley, the reactions have been merciless. One user wrote, "This is sad, y'all." He called her a peasant. He said he was only with her because she did what he wanted whenever he wanted. He strung her along for years while he chased his ex-wife, then someone else, and finally circled back around to her now. Another commenter pointed out the irony of her situation. She could have had a man who called her his wife, but the way she carries herself ruins everything. She has a college degree, she could have done a lot with that, but she chose to be a mattress for 10 years. And that's the part that stings the most, isn't it? She wasn't some naive girl who got trapped. She was educated. She was a mother. She knew exactly what she was doing. And now, the man she wrecked her life for is publicly dragging her.
Rumors are flying that he's back to his old tricks. Allegedly, while she's at home raising their child, he's out here vacationing with his ex-wife and their children. One fan on social media pointedly noticed he left Coleslaw and their son at home while he went on a trip with Melody. Imagine that. After everything she did, after every tear she cried over him, after every war she fought on his behalf, he's still choosing the woman he destroyed. He's still chasing the love he threw away. She has been publicly mocked, given a cruel nickname on the internet, and reduced to a punchline in a drama she helped create. The very tools she used to hurt his ex-wife, the humiliation, the exposure, the psychological warfare, are now being used against her. The security she thought she had found in his arms was never real. The loyalty she expected from him was always conditional. This story doesn't have a happy ending yet, at least not for the people who made the wrong choices. But maybe that's the lesson here. Karma doesn't care how much you cry. It doesn't care if you're a man or a woman. It doesn't care if you thought you were in love. It only cares about the energy you put out into the universe. For the ex-wife, despite the horror of the last few years, there's a sense of peace. She's not sitting in a jail cell. She's not the one with a criminal record. She's not the one scrambling to explain why her man was convicted of domestic violence. Her name is being cleared in public court, while the other two are still trying to spin a narrative that nobody believes anymore. She's rebuilding, slowly, quietly. The court orders are in her favor, the children are safe, and even though the scars will take years to heal, she's no longer living in fear of what that man might do next. As for the girlfriend, she's learning the hardest truth of all. If he cheated with you, he will cheat on you. The same man who promised her the world is now treating her like yesterday's news, and the internet? They have no sympathy, not 1 ounce. So, here's where we leave this story for now. A love triangle built on lies has crumbled to dust. 3 families were impacted, countless court hours were spent, millions of viewers watched in horror as the private moments of a woman's life were exploited for revenge. The domestic violence conviction wasn't just a piece of paper, it was a warning. It was confirmation that the whispers about his character were true, and it was a death sentence for the fantasy that this girlfriend had been clinging to for nearly a decade. She thought she had won the grand prize, but she ended up as collateral damage. The prize was broken, and so was she. The fans have spoken. They've seen the receipts, they've watched the court documents unfold, and they have decided that karma has finally clocked in for work. The question now isn't whether she deserved this. The question is, when will women learn that being second choice is never the victory they think it is? When will we stop fighting over men who don't value us? And when will we realize that the biggest act of self-love is walking away from a person who asks you to lose yourself for them? The ex-wife is walking into the sunlight. The mistress is standing in the shadows she created. And the man? He's still playing the same games, still fighting the same battles, still convincing himself that none of this is his fault. But the conviction stands. The truth is out there, and no amount of Instagram lives or YouTube interviews can erase what the courts have already confirmed. Martell Holt might have thought he could control the story, but the judge had the final say, and the internet made sure everyone heard it. What do you think about this whole situation? Do you feel bad for the girlfriend, or do you think she got exactly what she had to coming? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, if there's one thing reality TV has taught us, it's that secrets always come out. The truth always surfaces. And karma? Karma always has the last laugh.